KIDO Talk Radio proudly presents the show that answers your questions about home ownership. Welcome to Real Estate Rescue with your host, Greg Ferrera.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue. Thanks for tuning in to KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. I'm your host, Greg Ferrera, local real estate agent with over 25 years experience. I work over at Good Vibes Real Estate, which is locally owned and operated in Boise and serving the entire Treasure Valley, from Mountain Home to Ontario and all the communities in between. I would like to take a moment to introduce my amazing co-host, Mr. Clint Walker of Summit Funding. Clint has over 20 years experience in the lending industry and is doing a fantastic job with our customers. Clint, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Greg.
Did I miss anything?
No.
Feats of Finance 2021, miracles being created, money almost free, and the market's out of control.
It's out of control still.
Oh boy, what a show we got.
Does it look like it's going to end?
Oops.
No.
I'm not giving that one up yet. I have some thoughts on that.
Yeah?
About ending.
You think it'll just
But I want to hold them in suspense because we have a super dynamic guest today.
Okay, you got
to share
Let's keep
some things going in the valley. But I also want to take our first segment, have a little fun with you and I, and kind of talk about what's going on right now.
You got it.
Because you do have a pulse on the market, I mean.
Oh.
Folks, Real Estate Rescue is one of the Treasure Valley's top resources for up-to-date, real-time real estate sales information, statistics, and current trends. You'll also get great tips on home maintenance, remodeling, updating, as well as new and creative financing options with Clint and his team. Now, folks, Clint and I are here to provide you with accurate, up-to-date information, resources, and assistance in all areas of real estate and finance. We want to put our extensive experience to work for you, the great people of Idaho. And for those of you who are getting ready to move, maybe needing some temporary storage, heaven forbid, Clint, we know some people might just be stuck right now and have a delay they didn't plan on.
And that does happen, doesn't it?
Oops, today it's...
We've heard some horror stories.
Some stories, yeah, not fun ones.
No.
Our friends and sponsors at Pro Relo Group are here to serve you, whether it's a local move right here in the Treasure Valley or somewhere across this amazing country. They're ready to serve you. You can reach them at our great website, realestaterescueidaho.com. Again, that's realestaterescueidaho.com. And if you need any information for Clint and I, you can also catch us on the website. We will give you contact information as we go through the show. Thanks for joining us today. We're looking forward to having some fun, have a great guest, and the market is in transition. Clint.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Let's have some fun.
All right, let's do it.
So, welcome to the show.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us today. And whether you're at home, in the garage, the shop, taking a nap, Clint and I always say, keep one ear open. Driving your car, keep both eyes open, or you're on your lunch break. We are honored, those of you who take time on your Saturday to pick us as your choice to share your lunch with while you're working. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it greatly. We are blessed to be here. Clint, I think we do also want to remind them, as you say, take a moment for us. Folks, grab a pen, pencil, crayon, or something to write, scribble with. Clint even says, use your phone.
You can.
Anything to write with. We may have an idea, a website, a phone number, something that you're going to want to follow up on or get in touch with us, because we do get phone calls on a regular basis.
Yes, we do.
All week long. So grab a pen, pencil, crayon, something to write with. You can reach us at realestaterescueidaho.com. We do have a great website designed for you. realestaterescueidaho.com. You can get us on email. Lots of you have been using that lately. It's Greg at realestaterescueidaho.com. It will reach Clint and I. That's Greg, G-R-E-G, at realestaterescueidaho.com. You can call directly 208-559-0590. One more time, 208-559-0590, and we'll give you more contact information as we go through the show. Thanks again for joining us. Clint, some show reminders. The passionate one, people running ads. We're going to pay cash for your home, quick closing, no real estate fees, no open houses, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? We're here to make money for us, not you. They don't tell you that part.
They're not going to pay me
We're here to take advantage of you, but they skip that
I
part.
thought they were going to pay me more for my house.
Nope.
No?
Nope. Folks, please don't get taken advantage of by some of the folks out here making this look good, making a quick offer on your home. We have a great market. Clint and I are here for you to protect you, to save you and your family money. Do not get taken by these misleading ads. Give us a call. You can actually reach Clint. You never know what he can do. Feats of finance in 2021. Miracles are us. That pen, pencil, or crayon, Clint's number is 208-870-4279. One more time if you're diving for the paper and the pen. 208-870-4279. You can text him, call him. He is great to talk to and happy to look at your situation and help you out. Clint, you want to speak to that?
Absolutely. Do not hesitate. I'd be more than happy to talk to you. I know that every scenario is different. Every single person has a different situation. And not all of them are exactly the same. I think we've seen that over and over. But we just want to find out exactly what fits you. What is the best scenario for you, and what is going to help you right now in your situation and in the long term?
Everybody has different things going on. Lots of transition.
All kinds.
I'm going to tell you, folks, you might be sitting there thinking, oh, we talked to somebody a few months back and it didn't work out. I can't tell you how many times Clint and I have a conversation during the week. He's continuing to follow up and say, I just talked to this person or that person. And they had visited with somebody a few weeks ago and nothing could happen. And I just came up with 3 options for them.
That's right.
Doggone it, experience matters.
Yes, it does.
It matters more today than it's mattered ever in the Treasure Valley. Is that fair?
That is correct.
With the market taking off, there's a lot of folks running around saying things they probably shouldn't say with experience they don't have, getting people in a whole bunch of trouble. We are here for you to keep you out of trouble and to give you options that benefit you and your family.
That's right.
Fair? I'm super passionate about that, Clint.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, moving forward. We here at Real Estate Rescue support our law enforcement family in the Treasure Valley. They live and work in our communities every single day. Please take a moment. When you see them, let them know you appreciate them. Say thank you. Give them a thumbs up. Remember, they sacrifice, their family sacrifice for us and our community. So say thank you to the folks in our law enforcement communities, to the folks on the beat 24/7 and their families. We greatly, greatly appreciate everything they do. Now, moving forward, please give us a call if you're getting ready to make a move. There are so many things going on, so many moving parts. We want you to be able to give us a holler. Clint, do you want to speak at that at all?
Oh, I 100% agree. Greg, here's one thing that something that came up this last week. There was a parcel. Somebody was trying to sell the house and couldn't because there's a parcel that was connected to it that had never been taken care of. Nobody found it. Nobody knew, right? Brand new people, new realtors, not saying anything bad. They're great people, right? But I just heard this story. They were very frustrated, didn't know what to do. And now they're in kind of a bind and a little bit of a mess. And I know you've talked about this. You mention it a lot, that experience matters, that you've been through it. You've been down this road. You've seen this happen before, and you know how to fix that, correct?
Clint, I've been part of thousands of real estate transactions, not 1 or 2. Correct. And it matters over a period of 25 years. When you're in situations, you already went through those experiences, got some bumps and bruises, helped people and watched people. And today we can take those experiences and help you avoid those challenges. We speak passionately about no drama, no surprises. Folks, if we're in the middle of helping you out with a transaction worth hundreds of thousands of dollars and we go, uh-oh, there's a problem. So we don't do uh-oh here. We want you to have fun. We want transactions to be life-changing, to be exciting, to look forward to what's going on, not have every single day be stressful. Clint, is that fair?
Agreed.
Doggone it, folks. Give us a call. That free money, well, almost free money, with Clint is 208-870-4279. I'll slow that down a little. 208-870-4279. You can reach me if you still got the pen, helping you get a consultation. If you want us to come peek at the house, anything you need, folks, we're here for you. We're not just saying that, it's real. 208-559-0590. 208-559-0590. And for those of you who are brave enough to call, we don't bite, and many of you have. So thanks for the calls. And Clint, I don't know a transaction we haven't done yet that hasn't been a 10.
Great people.
Yeah. Awesome, folks.
Yes.
Totally. Now, one more. I know we're moving along here. Folks, please drive carefully. The 100 deadliest days of the year are not over yet. Our law enforcement officials have asked us to remind you, please Watch your distracted driving. No texting and driving. Watch your speed. For heaven's sakes, I was driving through the 84 right through town the other day, Clint. I think I was going 65, and I got past. I felt like I had to put a helmet and gloves on. Thought I was on a racetrack. I didn't know it was NASCAR Sunday. Slow down, folks. Watch out for people. You never know what's going on in other cars. Be careful. People are turning over. People are pulling on the side. We got stuff going on out in Caldwell on the highway. Just a lot of changes, and you never know. So please be careful. An automobile accident can change your life in a nanosecond forever. So please be careful, folks. We got all the time, but the 100 deadliest days is because it's summertime. Lots of people running around. We had amazingly warm weather. That's cooling off a little, Clint.
I know, it felt really good.
Oh, I could mow the lawn and it wasn't 103. Yep, it was amazing. Okay, search options. You asked us last year. We did it. realestaterescueidaho.com. You can search for a home and not be stalked. No strange real estate agents or lenders are going to call you except Clint, but he won't do it unless you ask. So no stalking here, folks. And thank you for those of you who have signed up. Clint, I think weekly we get a dozen or so people who add on and start shopping for homes. So if you do need something, please let us know, folks, because we monitor that a little bit. But for the most part, it's for you to use. So reach out to us and let us know if you would like some help. We're always happy to help you. It's realestaterescueidaho.com. Communication, Clint, we're big on phone calls, like to hear the voices. We do encourage you on those telephones. Those are pretty fancy computers. Not just for Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and all those things that Clint and I don't know much about.
You can call.
Yeah, you can use the phone. Huh. So maybe go through those contacts, call somebody you've been thinking about, and say hello. Let them know you're thinking about them. Clint, we're going to have to take a break here.
That fast?
We have a super exciting guest coming up.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to share him. And stand by, folks. We're going to talk about the real estate market, some opportunities coming up, and Clint's amazing feats of finance. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue on KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM, 107.5 FM. We hope you're enjoying the show. Stand by. We have the former chief of police of one of our amazing Treasure Valley communities. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. In case you've just joined us, you're listening to Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue on KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 on your FM dial. I'm your host, Greg Ferrera with Good Vibes Real Estate, along with my amazing co-host, Mr. Clint Walker, and his Creative Solutions team at Summit Funding. If you'd like some help, have a question, we give free consultations. You can reach us at our website, realestaterescueidaho.com. If you're buying, selling, financing, refinancing, trying to access some of that money that's almost close to free, Clint.
It is very close to free. It's a lot cheaper than people think.
It is. Before we announce our amazing guest, who I'm super excited to have with us today, I want to remind people 2021 is still a year of transition, Clint, even though it's August, almost Christmas. The year's almost over in your world.
You're always telling me not to go there because I said the year's almost over.
I'm trying to slow us down.
Slow it down.
Yeah. Yeah, like the phone. What's the phone do? Click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clinton has dial-up.
What, back in the old phones?
Yeah, like an Eagle in like 1910.
Wow.
Yeah, when it was 2 lanes, the dog was in the middle of the road.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, carts, horses.
Yeah, it was.
Some of our readers will remember this.
Yes.
Not all, but some will.
Yeah, some will.
We appreciate the old school approach. Now, there's lots of instability, opportunity, isolation, and some transition. So please be kind. Be kind to your neighbors. Be kind to folks at the store, people you're in line with. For heaven's sakes, Clint, I can't seem to go anywhere out to eat without waiting in line.
You never know who you're going to run into either.
Yeah, be kind. Say hello.
This is actually a small town.
Yes.
I mean, it's growing like crazy.
It's small.
But it's actually a small community.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you never know what people are going through. Just be kind, offer a hug, be friendly, and say hello. Now, we do want to give a couple shout-outs. Daniel and Tiffany, congratulations. You guys were a blast. You got those keys. Have fun moving in this weekend. You and your family are going to have a great time. Congratulations on your new home. Have fun. Clint?
Very nice. We also have Jade and Walter.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Jamie and Crystal.
Jade and Walter were fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great people.
They're on their way.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And John and Pamela.
Yeah. Hey, welcome out there in Caldwell in the country. Hope you're still getting reception. God bless you both. It was an honor to work with you, and we hope you're doing well.
Love it.
Fantastic. Okay, let's get to our guest, Clint. This gentleman was in law enforcement for 250 years. He just recently left the Meridian Police Department as chief. Maybe not 250, but it was a while.
But I mean, kind of like me and Eagle.
You and Eagle and
early
the sheriff in Canyon County.
Yeah,
all
I
these,
mean, everybody was before.
Super stable people.
Horses and.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep. So he took part in making a Meridian so amazing, which is what's drawing all these people in here. So maybe we should keep him after the show and have a chat with him.
Find out how he did it.
Get in, reverse it.
Oh.
Maybe too many people coming in. Well, Chief Levy, welcome to the show.
Hi, Greg. Nice to be here.
If I say more, I might get in trouble. So do you want to share just a little bit, Chief, with you just recently had departed from the office and left somebody else with the chief's chair. And can you kind of share a little bit of your background and kind of what you watched happen, some of the changes in the city of Meridian? Because we know it's one of the best places to live via the media
Sure, Greg.
on the planet.
Sure, Greg. I can do that. I actually came from Washington State and transplanted to Idaho about 25 years ago. The unique thing about it is that when I moved to Meridian, it was a 2-lane road. And I don't know if very many people here remember it being a 2-lane road and have stop signs on it anymore.
Idaho was not cool 25 years ago. Not to the rest of the world.
It was pretty slow and it was unknown. And it was shut down at 9 o'clock at night and there would be nothing open. You couldn't eat, couldn't go shop.
Pretty amazing, wasn't it?
Pretty dead compared to what it is today.
Yeah.
You and I talking a few days ago, it's maybe we're kind of to blame, because one of the reasons why people are coming to Meridian is it is a nice place, quality of life, safe place, low crime rates. It's just amazing at how it's involved. Now, not everybody's happy about that, but I can tell you that a lot of people appreciate the fact that it's now a self-sustaining city. Yep. You actually can live, work, and play there. Great place to eat, great place to shop. You don't have to drive miles and miles and miles to get that anywhere.
Well, thank you, sir. You did it. You've moved on, but you've created an amazing place for us.
The nice thing about it for me was that I was actually able to leave on my terms. I felt that it was right. I had a calling in a different direction. But we left that department and that city in great shape. And now I'm just excited to see what they can do even better.
It's interesting, Chief. We recently had the chief of Napa on, Chief Huff, and to hear some of the things that you all are doing in these departments in Idaho is astounding, quite frankly.
Chief Huff and the Meridian Police Department have a great working relationship. About 5 academies ago, we decided to do a joint Meridian and Napa Police Academy. We train our own people by our own staff, our own way. And the reason why we did that is because the cities were so like-minded in their values and their ethics and the way that we do things.
So, Chief, I made a couple notes here. We got a couple minutes before we need to go to a break. Now, we all know we live here. There's low crime rates. Quality of life is super high. Is there some things you can share with us that maybe you did or helped create, maybe systems, processes, things you might have put in place to continue to keep the violent crime low, maybe crimes of opportunity, the traffic situation reasonable, although the traffic volume is picking up?
Well, sure, Greg. What I can tell you is that I just helped steer the ship. The biggest thing was having a great team and putting together a strong team that they did the work and they get all the credit. Technology has really changed over the last 20 years in law enforcement. And we've actually developed our own software programs for our case management and our report writing and our data, our e-citations, electric citations. We did all that. But one of the unique things about it is we've also been able to do online reporting where you could actually call in and report a crime and you don't have to have an officer come to your house or you don't have to wait at home for hours for someone to come by. You can do that yourself online. And then we'll follow up with you later. The other thing is on technology, I guess that comes to mind is, some of the crime analysis and the predictive policing. And you could look at hotspots and you could sit there and go, okay, this is where we're starting to see a high level of property crimes. Why don't we concentrate our units in that area? And not to give away too many of our secrets, but, between tracking devices and cameras, we've had some amazing success at some of our are construction thefts. And Meridian is growing,
Yes,
leaps
it is.
and bounds.
Yes.
And we had a lot of thefts on the construction sites. They were stealing wafer board, stealing appliances and stuff. And we would put on cameras and little trackers in those things, and then people would be surprised how we caught them.
Wow. I love it. Well, Chief, we're going to have to go to a commercial break here in just a minute. We'd love if you would stay with us for another segment this afternoon.
Sure, I can be here this afternoon.
Clint, you going to stay with us?
I think I will.
I love it.
I should probably stick around.
Yeah, we got lots of information to share.
We
with
do.
him after the Chief leaves us.
I love it.
There's some more. There's some hamburger. What do you call potatoes and
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah, meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah, maybe hamburger.
We are in Idaho.
Cheese. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit of, yeah.
Yep.
Potatoes.
A little of everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Folks, we're having a little bit of fun. Thanks for joining us on a beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Idaho. We need to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to Greg Ferrera's Our Real Estate Rescue on KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. Hope you're enjoying the show. We got the former chief of the Meridian Police Department here, sharing some thoughts and ideas on how they made this community and the Treasure Valley so amazing. Stand by, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. You're listening to Greg Ferrera's Our Real Estate Rescue on KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 on your FM dial. I'm your host, Greg Ferrera with Good Vibes Real Estate, along with my amazing co-host, Mr. Clint Walker, and his creative solutions team at Summit Funding. And for those of you getting ready to move, maybe needing some temporary storage during your move, or you've been caught in a delay, our friends and sponsors at Pro Relo Group are here to serve you, whether it's a local move right here in the Treasure Valley or somewhere across this amazing country. They specialize in helping folks get relocated with peace of mind, dependability, and confidence. Clint, you can speak to this in the middle of winter.
Absolutely, that is correct.
Boy, they stepped up.
They did.
Yep, as they always do.
They moved one of my sons up to northern Idaho in the middle of winter in our worst storm ever.
The Rick and Rick Show steps
did
up to help
good.
people every single
Amazing.
day.
Yep.
So, folks, they asked us to remind you, never pay in advance, no deposits. The cheaper guys, not always better. And watch out for those internet movers. Sometimes they no-show. Oops.
Yeah, we heard that story, didn't we?
Yeah, a couple
Or
times.
a couple of them, yeah.
Ooh, frustrating. Folks, you can reach them right here, locally in the Treasure Valley, 208-314-7997. One more time, 208-314-7997. If you're driving, you can't write that down. Catch them at realestaterescueidaho.com, our website, realestaterescueidaho.com. Now let's get back to the Chief. Chief, welcome back.
Thank you.
I was thinking about something. You were talking about the advancements, and I was remembering way back when I used to drive the cars around. You had to plug the batteries in, and you had we had a radio, but it went. We had no computers. We had to write down. I had to physically write the ticket. You had to handwrite your reports, and I'm listening to you, and I saw a car the other day, and I thought it looked like a spaceship compared to when I did that. It was like I was in a. Clint, I tease you about being an eagle, 200 years ago when you had a horse-drawn carriage. Chief, it's feeling like those patrol cars I used to drive was a horse-drawn carriage compared to today.
Yes, it is changed. Even when I started, I was like you, I had a radio in the car, and that was pretty much it. A couple switches to turn the lights on. It's like sitting in the cockpit of a fighter jet today.
I was telling a story the other day. Somebody was asking, and we'd go to sometimes the emergency calls, and the dispatcher would help you know where to go, because we didn't have all the technology we have today.
Wow.
One of the amazing things here today, as far as knowing where to go, is as soon as that call comes in, dispatch knows where you're calling from, and they can plug it in on your computer, and GPS automatically routes you to the call.
Wow.
Spoiled rotten.
I used to have to find things by color of barns and color
Remember
of
the
houses.
Thomas Guide? Just
Yes.
to open. Hold on. I got to get Thomas Guide out. Yeah. All right, folks. We better move on to the fun, exciting things. Chief, body cameras. We made some notes there. Do you want to talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, we'll
It's an
talk about
interesting
that.
thing.
And one of the things here in Meridian, we have a great mayor and council that really understands public safety is key to their community. And I pitched a body-worn camera program to them years ago before the national narrative took wind, with some of the unfortunate incidents across the United States.
Of course.
And at first, we had a few people that were concerned, a few officers, and they go, "Why? You do not trust us? Why are we doing this?" And I told them, I said, it's not to show the bad things that you do, it's to show everybody else the good things that you do. And I can tell you in our first year, our officer complaints went down 67%.
Wow.
Wow.
That's impressive.
It is.
It's a big number.
Oh, somebody's had loss of job security.
Well, they would actually call in and complain, and we'd ask them if they'd want to see the video, and some would take us up on us, and some, as soon as they found out it was recorded, hung up on us.
Wow. Interesting. All right. So the improvement. Anything else you'd want to share? You know, it's an interesting thing because generally, unless you've been on the, I always say downrange, or you've actually been in the uniform and experienced those things 24/7, you know, day in, day out, month in, year out. There's a perception of the community. You know, police shows, Chief, are the number one watched thing on TV.
Right.
And so there's a lot of perceptions that miss some reality. Is there anything you'd want to share that might address that for just fun facts?
You know, some of the things that happen on the cop shows, it's entertaining for most people, and they look at it and they tune in. Some of it is unrealistic on the technology. The technology might be there, but it doesn't happen quite as quickly as it does on TV, and so people don't understand that. So it's done a really good job of explaining the job out there, but not maybe in a realistic time frame.
Gotcha. But we're moving in a technologically savvy direction.
Yeah, one of the, you know, a perfect example that we've changed is instead of just sit in a room and listen to a lecture, a lot of the training has been developed into scenario-based training. And you'd have to do a few little scenarios here and there, but we try to make it as real as we possibly can before you go out there and have to deal with the general public.
Awesome. Okay, Clint, any questions?
No, that's great.
Okay. I do want to get to something that's coming up. We have a powerful, very impactful event coming up that, Chief, you are a major part of, and we're going to be a part of, Real Estate Rescue, called Back the Blue Idaho. Do you want to speak about that for a few minutes before we have to go to a break? We got 4 or 5 minutes.
Yes, I'd love to make a few comments on that. We have a great community that really understands the necessity of law enforcement in the Valley. And about 5 years ago, I had a gentleman call me up out of the blue and says, I would like to come cook Christmas dinner for your officers that have to work. And so we developed a relationship, and this is, I think, year 5. But last year he had a vision, had a calling, and he says, I want to do something more for all of law enforcement. And so they put together a Back the Blue Idaho, kind of a rally, had it at the Ford Arena, but COVID hit and it created some logistical scheduling issues. But they were able to put on a event in about 5 weeks' time.
Wow.
And it was successful. So they decided to do it again this year. One of the things that they did is they reached out to me after I retired and wanted to know if I would be involved in the Back the Blue Idaho as a board member. And I agreed because I felt that I still wanted to honor and celebrate the successes of the men and women of blue.
So, folks, the event is Friday, September 17th at 4 p.m. Is that right?
It starts at 4.
Yeah.
4 o'clock, there's going to be some vendor booths set up. There's going to be a band that's playing music. There might be some demonstrations. Come out with your family, eat, hang out,
guest speakers.
network.
Got some
The guest speakers are going to start at 6 o'clock. And so we'll have a number of guest speakers, both from Idaho and outside of the area, presenting. And then we're going to follow it up with a country western band at the end.
And there is I want to make sure I say this correctly, a motorcycle rally, not a motorcycle. I said motorcycle last week.
I would go with cycle.
So motorcycle rally, and no, Clint and I cannot be there with our Polarises and our four-wheelers.
No
and
side-by-sides. I think it's more of
we
a...
can't. It's a two-wheel deal.
Yeah.
So Dave's putting this together, but if you reach out, so the website is backtheblueidaho.org.
Correct.
Chief? Is there a phone number that they could call? I have one here, but want to make sure I use the right
There
one.
is a phone number, 208-761-1636 for more information.
Again, that's 208-761-1636. 208-761-1636. Or you can visit backtheblueidaho.org for more information. They're looking for some volunteers. Should be a super, super event. Anything else, Chief, that I'm missing here? Want to make sure we still got a couple minutes.
Might want to tell them where it's at. That'd probably be a good idea.
Well, yeah, I just kind of throw up a guess. It's at the Caldwell Night Rodeo Arena.
In Caldwell, Idaho.
Beautiful Caldwell, Idaho.
That's right.
Absolutely. Well, Chief, we got another minute or so before we know you got to go back and help those folks fighting crime. Anything you'd like to leave our audience with?
You know, I just want to thank the community for the respect that they show toward law enforcement. It's unique here in Idaho, and I've shared with my officers in the past that we're in a bubble, and if that bubble bursts, we're going to spend decades trying to earn that community trust back. So appreciate what you have and expand upon that and give the courtesy to the citizens, and they'll give it back to you tenfold over.
Chief, we want to say thank you.
Agreed.
We support you, your troops. Real Estate Rescue is 110% behind you, your troops, their families, and everybody involved in law enforcement in the Treasure Valley.
Thanks, Greg and Clint.
Cannot say that
Absolutely
enough.
love it.
Yes. Okay, folks, we've just had an amazing guest. Hope you're enjoying the show. We need to take one of those quick commercial breaks. Don't go away. Clint and I are going to talk about what's happening in the real estate business and if you ought to buy, sell, make a move, or sit tight. So stand by. You're listening to Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue, KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. You're listening to Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue on KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 on your FM dial. I'm your host, Greg Ferrera with Good Vibes Real Estate, along with my amazing co-host, Mr. Clint Walker, and his Creative Solutions team at Summit Funding. And just a note, for those of you getting ready to move, getting caught in a delay, or need some temporary storage, either one, our friends at Pro Relo Group are here to serve you, whether it's local or across this amazing, beautiful country. Get a hold of them. You can reach them here, local number 208-314-7997. Jot that number down. A move, Clint, is not complete till you get out or get in.
That's right.
208-314-7997. If you're driving, running around, or don't have anything to write with, you can get them on our website, realestaterescueidaho.com. Clint, welcome back.
Well, thank you, Greg.
So we got a few minutes here. Let's talk about the market. It was nice to have the chief on.
It was.
Former chief. Still call him chief.
Former chief. But Back the Blue, I think it's a great
event, folks. Back the Blue, September 17th.
Yep.
Backtheblueidaho.org.
Yep.
You can give us a call directly if you want any information. We'll be sponsored. We will be there. And love to have you join us. Friday night, right?
Yep.
Yeah, be amazing. Now, Clint and his amazing feats of finance. I like to have a little bit of fun with that.
Yes,
Clint,
you do.
Well, what should we share going on? What would you like to share with our listeners today about the market? What's happening?
Hey, the market is still here. It's still going, isn't it?
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
steady. Rates have been really good. Still, I mean, I think it's just, we need to decide on what we want to do individually.
So, Clint, I'm seeing some buyers come back into the market.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Why is that happening?
I think they're happening because now the market's kind of slowed a little bit. And I mean, you're going to go over the stats. You're going to talk about some of the numbers, the new numbers that are coming out. Obviously, there's more homes appearing on the market.
Totally.
There's more opportunities. It's not as stressful. You don't have the 15 offers sitting there in the first hour. You know, you know what I mean? Back then, it was just stressful, and nobody could buy anything. And so they just move away from it. And now they're starting to come back.
Just for a minute, talk about the power of the prices coming down a little.
And the rate staying low.
Yes. Wow.
Bring it together. That's a great combination.
Oh, all right. Any particular programs or anything you want to talk about at all? Timeframes, closings, appraisals?
You know, appraisers are busy. This is a busy time. Appraisers are a little bit busier right now. So that slows it just a little bit when that happens. But that's typical. That's going to happen once in a while. Rates are still really good. And the combination of the house pricing coming down, the rate staying low, I mean, that's keeping things fairly busy and keeping things going. But the interest rates are outstanding. Everything else is going great.
So let's take a minute, review some of the stats. We got a couple minutes here. You know, folks, part of what we're trying to show here is the market's changing. And for those of you who listen regularly, thank you. And you're watching the inventory grow a little bit at a time, 50 to 100 listings a week, which is fairly substantial. And we're watching prices get adjusted. So when I talk about that, first of all, if you're not a regular listener, when we give the stats, our criteria is a 3-bedroom home or more, 2 bathrooms, 2 full bathrooms or more, 2-car garage or more, and a half-acre lot or less. So it won't be no condos, no townhomes, no country property. Right. Just standard single-family homes here in the Treasure Valley. And last week in Ada County, they had just over 780 homes total. Clint, we have just about 808 this week. So it's peaking up, and peaking up. Average price, $662. Last week was $670. So that's overall.
Yeah, right.
So it's creeping down a little bit. So we're seeing some dollars come down. So for a lot of you folks who've been looking, a lot of our current buyers, we've been saying the market's coming to you. So be patient. Opportunities are coming. There's more homes available. And to Clint's point, I'm not going to say the days of multiple offers are over because I've been involved in a handful of these the last couple of weeks. So they're not completely over. But there's a lot of homes, Clint, that you don't have to battle for.
That's right.
Yep. Some great homes out there. So let's dive down, take a couple minutes. In beautiful Eagle, Idaho, Clint, we had 26 homes averaging just over $1 million. That was new construction. Yeah. And I would believe none of those are available today. Those are all going to be 2022 situations and potentially at this point, late 2022. Yeah, unless you could catch one that's getting ready. Low on that price was $695. So new construction in Eagle, $695,000 to get the ball rolling. For existing or resale homes, we found 47 of those, averaging just over $900,000. Clint, beautiful Eagle, and that's come down. It was over $1 million a couple weeks ago. Low price on that was $444.
Wow.
To get into a beautiful Eagle. Now, moving right next door into beautiful Boise, Idaho, new construction. There were 60 homes, averaging just over $930,000. New construction, so they're staying. They're in Eagle and Boise are pretty close. And the bottom on that was $375. So, the floor to get involved in Boise with new construction was $375. Existing homes, there were 226 of those, averaging just over $630,000. That's come down. And the low of $349, so it took $349,000 to start. Then right next door in beautiful Meridian, Idaho, we had just over 100 homes in new construction, averaging $588. So that's gone down almost $100,000, Clint.
Yeah,
that's impressive. Yeah, low has been $410. Low meaning that's the starting price to get involved in a home, new construction, Meridian, Idaho. And the high was 1.3. Existing, there was 155. So Clint, we have a lot more inventory. It wasn't long ago. This was a 20 and 30 number.
That's correct.
Really gone up, folks, averaging $644. The low on that, or the starting price in Meridian for a resale was $389, about $390. Good. And then in beautiful Kuna, you had 64 new construction homes just at $525. The low was $424. That's what it would take to get in. That's the start, $424,000. And existing or resale, there was 38 homes averaging $480, and the start on that was $364. And then out in beautiful Star in honor of Mr. Kevin Miller, there were 52 homes, new construction, just under $600,000. The low was $480, so that's the floor to get started for new construction in beautiful Star. Existing, there were 28 homes, averaging just over $640, and the low on that was $390. And then out there, Clint, I shouldn't say out there.
Out there in Canyon
County.
Right
next door in Canyon County. I love Canyon County. They had 432 active listings at averaging $470. Napa, new construction, had 148 homes averaging $490. The start on that was about $400. And resale homes, there was 129 averaging about $450. And the low starting was $300. In Caldwell, there were 81 new construction homes averaging about $440. The low, the start on that was about $380. 50 homes existing, ready to go. $426 was the average there, $315 to get started. And in beautiful Middleton, 3 new construction homes averaging just over $625,000. The low was $555, Clint. And then existing or resale, there was a dozen homes averaging just over $500,000. We got a minute left, Clint. What do you want to share? Because it's time to roll. People are getting homes
fast.
It's happening. Yep,
they are getting homes. People are qualifying. They're getting homes. We're coming up with solutions all the time and helping people out with the solutions. I love that part of it. Greg, I watch you take people out there. They're excited about it. They can see that there's light. They can see that there's a way to go. And we just answer their questions. We just make sure that we can help people and get them into the home that they want.
Last week, I got 2 gifts from clients. Yeah, they were just so excited. We've had so much fun. Folks, if you've been putting this off or you're thinking about it, please let us know. Clint and I want to help you. This isn't a game or a joke or just for fun. This is real. We are saving money for people.
Every day.
Not $5, thousands, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands in some cases.
Awesome.
Yep. We do need to get rolling, Clint. Kevin has not given us an extra half hour.
What?
Yep, unfortunately. Folks, that free money, Clint's number, 208-870-4279. Jot that down. 208-870-4279. One more time, 870-4279. You can reach me at 208-559-0590. 559-0590. And you can catch our friends at Pro Reload Group at 208-314-7997. 314-7997, folks. Remember, here at Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue, we believe in old school principles, the power of the personal connection where a handshake and a phone call and your word still matter. Have a great week. Don't forget to join us here next Saturday at noon for more great tips and strategies to navigate the real estate market here in the Treasure Valley. Until then, be safe out there and enjoy our beautiful state of Idaho.